Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited. I'm here with Corey Weiss, who is the business development head for IPSY. If you guys don't know what IPSY is, I'm sure you've probably been hiding under a rock, but IPSY is actually the company that has their boxes that come out, the makeup boxes. It's like a subscription service, and it's so much more than that. Michelle Phan, who is arguably the biggest beauty guru ever in the history of YouTube, started this company, and it's just blown up, and they have their open studios, which is such an amazing sort of community of aspiring creators and established creators that get to interact on a forum. We get to come out to events, we get to shoot in these amazing studios in Santa Monica. But I have Corey Weiss here, so I just wanted to talk to Corey and introduce you guys to Corey because he has done so much with his career, and you know, there's so many of us that are out there that just want to do what we love for a living, and you are a true testament to that. So
thank you.
You're welcome. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you do for IPSY?
As the head of business development, while my focus primarily is on what we call custom creator activations, or finding opportunities for creators to work with brands and get paid for their involvement, as well as on the business development side, it's partnerships that allow us to take all this great content that's being created by our creators and get it out there onto different platforms. So IPSY Open Studios, which, as Deepa mentioned, is our creator community, and that was Michelle Phan's desire to give back to the beauty community. When she started her career nearly 9 years ago, she didn't have access to resources. She shot her first video in her mom's living room.
I remember those videos.
She used natural lighting, she used iMovie, and she really didn't have anywhere to go for help. So this was our opportunity at IPSY with Michelle to kind of pay it back to the beauty community and provide resources like this incredible studio, as well as mentoring and events and fun things like that to the community that will help you not only network, but to kind of improve on your skills and be the best creator possible.
Now, did you know about Michelle Phan, and did you know about the beauty community and how big it was on YouTube?
Yeah, so my background, I've always worked in entertainment and digital media. I came up through the studio system, so I've worked for Disney, Paramount, Sony, and Fox, to name a few of the studios I've worked for. Yeah. And I've always worked in digital media and entertainment. I was fortunate enough to meet Michelle's manager at the time several years ago when Michelle was starting out her career and looking for the opportunity to work more closely with brands and agencies, and started to get involved, and that was my first kind of introduction to Michelle. I got introduced, and one of the first videos that Michelle did that had huge popularity was her Lady Gaga poker face.
I remember that. That was on CNN.
Yeah, it got tons of exposure, and it was amazing. And this is why Michelle is such an incredible storyteller and creator, is that it appeals to everybody, young, old, male, female. Right. There's such entertainment value. So even if I wasn't going to do a full Lady Gaga poker face, it still was really fun to watch her create. So that was my first exposure to Michelle. And I was working actually for Yahoo at the time, and I was leaving Yahoo, and Michelle reached out and said she was starting this company if I wanted to talk to this gentleman that was going to be her co-founder, which is Marcelo Camberos, who's the current co-founder and CEO of IPSY. Cool. And we hit it off, and I thought the idea was amazing, and that's how the adventure began.
So now that brings me to my next question. A lot of people will look at YouTube and the YouTube space and just say that, you know, the beauty community has gotten quite saturated now after the years. I mean, it's been like 9-10 years, since Michelle Phan started, and I think she was one of the very first.
Yes.
What is your take on that?
So I very much agree with that statement. I do think the beauty community is very saturated, but shouldn't be a deterrent. I think what it rather should do is inspire people to find their unique niche in the beauty. And I don't think anyone should be a one-trick pony. So while there's, the reality is it has been 9 or 10 years, and there's if you search YouTube, there's tons of videos on smoky eye, contouring,
yes, exactly.
Bold lips, every look possible under the sun. So really, I think people need to find a way to diversify what they're offering, add a twist to that, and then find what makes them unique, what differentiates them from the other beauty creators creating, a cat eye or smoky eye or brow tutorial. They need to find makes them different,
Okay.
and really look for that entertainment value. When you think back to the video that we referenced, I mean, Michelle's been doing that all along. The Lady Gaga poker face, as an example, was not just about beauty, but it was about entertainment. It was about Lady Gaga. It was about music. It was about transformation. There was so much to it. It was a very complex video.
So you're saying that like you got to find your niche and where you fit in the community, provide a lot of entertainment, and there's still a chance to make it really
I think so. I definitely think so. I think that you need to find what differentiates you as a creator from the other ones out there. And usually that's thinking about your unique personality is one. And I think it's so important, even we've had creators that have come in here to IPSY and they might be very skillful in applying makeup, but if you do it in a very robotic fashion, it's not engaging or intriguing to the audience. So my number one advice always is let your personality show through. And I think multiple platforms is really important also. I think each platform serves its purpose, but I think it's really important that you're not one-dimensional, that you are on Snapchat, you are on Instagram, you are on Facebook or Periscope where you're doing live, and you cross-pollinate the various platforms.
Now, what is one of the biggest marketing tips that you can give to aspiring creators?
Well, as I just stated, I think it's really important to find what makes you unique and find a way to differentiate. I also think it's really important for creators to realize, and this is part of the purpose of IPSY Open Studios, is that you can't take it on all by yourself.
Right.
It's really important to collaborate. It's really important to find organizations like IPSY Open Studios or creators like you that someone can collaborate and learn from one another. So that's one, is not to take it on all yourself. Find creators that you work well with. Follow a lot of creators, learn from other creators, and do as much as you can to get out there and network and learn.
Networking, yeah.
Yeah, networking is key, and I think that nobody is going to go out there and solve your challenges for you, but if you put yourself out there and you let people know, hey, I'm having challenges shooting, hey, I'm having challenges coming up with creative ideas, I think that you'll find that a lot of people have the same challenges and they want to help one another. But I think what's most important is that you can't see this as a competition, you have to see it as a community, and together as a community, everybody will succeed.
Well, I think that the beauty community especially is unique in that everybody is very helpful, willing to help each other and just sort of cheer each other on. And you can really see that in the IPSYOS, the Facebook forum.
Yeah, it really is.
Fun.
I mean, that's really rewarding. I hate to sound like a parent, but having been part of creating IPSY Open Studios and looking at the forum and participating in the forum, but to watch and see all these creators reaching out to help one another and provide advice and to support, whether it's encouragement or to watch or like one another's videos, it's really rewarding to see that happen. It's pretty gratifying.
What can we expect from IPSY in the next five or so years?
Well, again, I think that you've really only seen the tip of the iceberg so far. Obviously, we have a very successful glam bag program. We have a very successful community. We have a very successful creator community. Our events, Generation Beauty, have been incredible. And I think that you could really see, look for IPSY to continue to innovate and come up with new offerings that change with the times and with the way people are consuming content and the way people are not just consuming content, also purchasing beauty products. So we have a lot of things on the horizon that will facilitate discovering your favorite products, sharing your favorite products, and of course purchasing your favorite products.
Oh, it's all exciting stuff.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. Good stuff.
So just on a final note, do you have any advice for people that are looking to follow their dreams?
Well, first of all, I definitely encourage people to follow their dreams. Things don't happen overnight. So the first thing is to believe in your dreams, don't get discouraged, and realize that it's going to take time. But nobody's out there looking to just hand something to you on a silver platter. It takes hard work. And when you look at the creators that IPSY works with, whether it's Desi Perkins or Lustrelux or Crispy or Kristen Dominique, who are all tremendously successful creators, it didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of hard work, a lot of commitment, and a lot of involvement with their audience. My bit of advice, if you're a creator in any category, whether it be beauty, lifestyle, fashion, is be prepared to put in the time, be prepared to challenge yourself to figure out what's new and what people want, and don't be afraid to ask for help. There are people that will help you, but you got to be proactive.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you. It's a pleasure.
And if you guys haven't, if you're a beauty creator and you haven't joined IPSY, definitely join it. I highly recommend it. Check out IPSY.com and Gen Beauty, so fun.
Yeah,
San Francisco this weekend.
Definitely, I just want to echo that. I definitely recommend that you go to IPSYOS.com, apply. We encourage people to get involved, take advantage of the resource. There really is no obligation, no strings attached.
No strings.
There's just tons that you can get. Attend Gen Beauty, meet brands, meet other creators, and if you see me, please come up to me and introduce yourself. I always put it out there. I'm always happy to help, and I really am. And I like when creators like yourself take advantage of that offer, and here you are today. So hopefully I'll get a chance to meet some of your viewers sometime real soon.
Yeah, that would be great.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Deepa.
Bye.
Bye.